so a few days ago, I was at Five Below and I found this $5 reusable film camera. And I thought there was no way that that could be good. But there's only one way to find out. So I loaded it up with some Kodak Ultramax film and we're going to go out and take some photos with it. But first, let's talk a little bit about the camera. Alright, so the camera comes in this lovely olive green color. The box claims that the lens is f8 and 28 millimeters, and that the shutter speed is 1/100th of a second. There is pretty much nothing to the camera other than the lever advance, or the film advance, a shutter button, and then this thing that will rewind the film. And that's it. It's not battery powered, so we'll see. Alright, so it's been like 2 weeks since I shot the intro in this video, but the weather has been really bad, so I haven't been able to go out and take photos for this camera. But right now we're here at the Loch Raven Reservoir and we're going to take a few photos. Okay, so first we're going to take a picture of this island right here. I think it looks cool, so we'll take a picture. There's a bird in the background, so that looked kind of nice. Alright, let's try to get some of the ducks over here. I'm gonna try to go down. Okay, we're gonna take some pictures of these geese. Okay, I'm gonna try to take a picture of that bridge over there. So, let's see how this goes. We'll take one more here, and then we're gonna go to our next location. Alright, so I didn't bring my mic for this, but this is the pumpkin patch and the corn maze that we went to. It's my friend Audio pointing out some dead corn. She's taking a picture of it. Some clues on the maze. We got so lost, guys. It was kind of crazy. We were in there for like an hour. Oh, we didn't even get to the real exit. She's picking out a pumpkin. She found like the biggest pumpkin in the patch. It's my friend Alex helping her out with the pumpkin. And we got some more pumpkins. Oh, hi, Nadia. Here she is carrying the pumpkin. Real trooper. But yeah, I was basically taking some pictures of the pumpkin patch, the pumpkins, the corn. They had cows there too, so I tried to take pictures of some of the cows. Didn't get any video of that. But yeah, let's see what they look like. Alright, so I finally got the photos developed, and let's go over them. So the first photo we have here is the picture I took of the island, and I like this photo. There's a central focal point for the island, and the branches that kind of lead you into it onto the sides. It's not very clear. I found that the camera had a central focal point, and then kind of the rest of the images, like the edges, looked a little blurry, and that can be cool, but because I didn't fully know that, I feel like it doesn't work the best here. The next image is a picture that I took of the geese. This one, the composition feels very messy. I think I took better photos coming up that you'll see, but yeah, nothing too special about this photo. The next photo, I think, is the better version of it. There's a branch that's in the foreground. You can see the island in the background, and then a bunch of the geese kind of in the mid-ground, I guess I would say. My finger is in the bottom right of this image. I feel like my finger was in a lot of these images, and that's probably just chalked up to me not knowing how wide the lens actually was. So my finger got into quite a few of the shots. The next photo is geese in a field. This one is really overexposed, probably because I took it like almost in direct sunlight. So this one, not very great. This next one is a picture that I took of the bridge. I like this one. There's a person to the left of the frame, as well as you can see the bridge in the background, 2 geese in the water, and a bunch of geese in the foreground. I do wish that I took it at a little bit of a lower angle, but I actually really like this, and I feel like the camera did really well handling the light and the tones of the image. Moving on, this is at the second location that I took photos for, which is the pumpkin patch and the corn maze. There are actually cows there. This is my friend Andrea. She is trying to pet the cow. Again, my finger is in the bottom left of this image, but one thing that I found is it has trouble focusing on things close up. Some cameras are like that. They have a minimum focal length and a focal distance, and I guess I didn't really know the focal distance of this very well, so it's kind of a little bit blurry. I can't really fully tell what is the main focus of the image. Moving on, this is a portrait I took of my friend Nadia. Again, like I was saying, when you take pictures up close, it's not really in focus, so she's not really in focus, but I don't know. I feel like it's working better in this image. I like the composition. Again, I like the lighting. I feel like probably the film stock and not the camera, but it handles greens really well. Next up, this is us in the corn maze. I actually really like this photo. I think it turned out quite well. I do wish that I had waited until there were no people in front of Nadia, so it kind of looked like just she was in the maze, but I really like this one. Moving on, this is a picture of the corn, and there's a lot of like negative space in it, and I know like a lot of people don't really like that, but personally I like negative space in my image, so I just really like this, and it's kind of like a diagonal kind of line between the sky and the corn, and I like how the light looks going through it, so I don't know, I like this one. Next up, this is a picture of Nadia's shoes. I like the contrast between the blue and the green, and this is something that I don't know why I decided to go with this vibe that day, but a lot of pictures that I took of my friends are kind of like anonymous in a way, like you can't see their face. This one, I don't know, I just like it. This is my friend Alex. This is a picture of her outfit. I also really like this photo. I think it's very like artsy in a way. Again, my finger's at the bottom, which is really annoying because I think it would make this photo a lot better if my finger wasn't in it, but I don't know. I really like how she's in the center, how it's more of like an outfit picture, how the pumpkins are kind of scattered in the background. So I like this one. This is the last photo. This is Nadia carrying her pumpkin. My finger is in this one again, but I think it looks more like a light leak. She's in the center of the frame. You can see that the pumpkin patch is in the foreground and the corn maze is in the back. And I just really like this photo. I don't know, there's something very like, it feels like an old family photo, and I really like that about it. But overall, I'm kind of impressed by the camera for $5. I mean, it was able to take photos, and I feel like they look as good as a disposable camera. I do wish there was a flash that would make it a lot better. Actually, I went to Five Below recently and I found a $10 camera with a flash. So if you guys want to see a video of that, let me know in the comments down below. They also sell film, which I thought was really interesting. So maybe I'll test that out. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I'll see you next time.